Guys, I just got in the mail today 2 of the bottles I have been waiting for pretty much all year. Been super excited for this release. I've been counting the days until they became available. And they come in tubes. Roll the intro. Hey guys, welcome back to T-Rod Whiskey, the internet's most okayest whiskey review channel. I am T-Rod. Today we're going to look at some really special bottles that were sent to me courtesy of the distillery. But before we get any further in, I would like to ask if you guys haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button, drop a like, throw a comment down below. Kind of feeds the algorithm, keeps the lights on, if you would, keeps the wheels in motion, right? So anyways, down to brass tacks. The folks over at Rising Tide have been an incredible friend of the channel for a little over a year now. They sent me a bottle of last year's Old Stubborn release, and if you guys remember, that was actually my whiskey of the year for 2024. I thought it was incredibly well done. It was a pot still, single barrel, distilled in Virginia, I believe. And this year, they did a double release. So we have the Old Swagger, which is a 12-year-old straight bourbon whiskey bottled in bond out of Indiana, which I believe is from MGP. And then there's also Old Stubborn version 3. So this is 122.2 proof. This is a wheated Kentucky bourbon. And I believe it's between 11 and 14-year-old pot still. Not Kentucky. I'm sorry, this is Virginia bourbon, between 11 and 14 years old. There's only about 1,500 bottles of this, and it was bottled in Kentucky. Now, we're going to take a look at both of these and just see what they're all about. But I am super excited, and you guys are going to see why in just a second. So we'll go ahead and start with the Old Swagger first, because, I mean, why not? Now, these bottles are absolutely beautiful. They are hand-blown, handcrafted, just amazing. I don't know if you guys can tell in the photo there is the Rising Tide bird in the bottom of each of these bottles, right? So bear with me here. Go ahead and get these opened up. I mean, these things are just super cool. They kind of remind me of old like 70s decanter bottles. Just like really unique, really ornate, just super pretty looking. Like they would be really at home on like Don Draper's desk in Mad Men or something. And we've got our tasting glass here. So let's see if we can get, oh, okay. So that's an interesting cork pop. So it looks like they've gone to a synthetic cork after last year. I think some of the feedback was that the cork was less than ideal, but God, this already smells fantastic. Love this bottle shape. Super easy to pour. This is going to be like the long pour champion bottle. This is fantastic. But that seals up nicely. I love the package and the presentation on this. The little QR code on the neck tag. So it says distilled by MGP of Lawrenceburg, Indiana, and then bottled by Rising Tide Spirits in Stanford, Kentucky. So this has just a really nice dark bronzy color to it. Just fantastic. I'm so excited for this. Any type of aged MGP is going to be good, but when it's blended by Rising Tide, I feel like this is just going to be next level. So go ahead and swirl that around a little bit here. Get that nice and aerated. All right, here we go. Ooh. Okay. I don't know what fruit that is. That's like a sweet candied, like red fruit. Like a sweet raspberry? A little bit of like a sawdust, like a burny kind of sawdust note. Some toasted caramel. That red fruit, I don't know if that's like a fresh strawberry or I don't know if that's raspberry. I don't, that nose is incredible though. Wow. And it's not like, there's no like ethanol-y punch to this at all. This is just fruity, woody, like a little bit of an herbal note. It's just complex. I could sit here with my nose in this thing for forever picking it apart, but that's not what you guys came here for, and that's not what I want to do. So we're going to go in for a taste. Cheers. Wow. Okay. That actually drinks lower than its proof. That is just vanilla, like oaky vanilla with like a caramel sauce drizzled on the top. But there's a vanilla latte kind of coffee bean complexity, but it's not like a bitterness. It's like a sweet coffee. This is one that I definitely am going to want to see how it opens up after a while, because right off a fresh pop, this is already delicious. A little bit of like a stewed, God, there's like a raisiny kind of note there, but it's a sweeter kind of raisin. I don't know what's sweeter than a normal raisin. It's not grape. Just really enticing and delicious. Yeah, I don't know. Like there's a little bit of caramel, a little bit of graham cracker there. Stone fruitiness, it's not quite pomegranate. I'm having a really difficult time picking out what that is, but it's good. Whatever it is, I like it. The complexity here is breathtaking. It is really, really good. Wow. Yeah, I don't know what the MSRP is on these. I haven't really looked into it a ton, but this is easily, I would pay easily $250 for this bottle. Maybe like a little bit of a molasses cookie. Yeah, a little bit of that kind of a note to it. Like a ginger snap, but like without the ginger. If that's any kind of sense to you guys. That is really good. But this is a double review, so we are going to get into the next one. Again, this is 11 to 14 year blend. This is pot still Virginia bourbon. And this is I believe it says it is the wheated recipe. So we're going to find out exactly what this one's all about as well. Okay. See if we get a similar cork pop. Real subtle on the cork pop. But I mean, hand-blown glass, the bases are joined by hand, so everyone's just a little bit unique. And you can tell there's a solid lockup there. These bottles they're solid. And just the beautiful bird on the inside. I mean, these are just fantastic. This is the definition of what you look for when you get an ultra premium whiskey. Absolutely. Palate cleanser here. All right, here we go. Go ahead and get this swirled around a little bit. This one's a little darker. I don't know if it's because it's a blend or maybe it's a little bit older or what's going on, but it's definitely darker than the old Swagger. Ooh, okay. Definitely more spicy, more herbal notes on this. Spicy like baking spices, not spicy like pepper. some cinnamon, a little bit of clove. Some wet oak. Yeah, like a water-soaked oak. Like a barrel charred, like a barrel stave that had been soaked in water. And this definitely has like a dark red fruit to it. Like there's a pomegranate dark fruit to this. This one's definitely punchier, coming in at that 122.2 proof, right? Yeah, 122.22 proof. All right, there's some type of a tannic kind of, maybe like a leathery, yeah, like a little bit of a leathery note to this. But we're gonna get in here and we're gonna figure out what this is. Cheers, folks. Okay, leather, oak, a little bit of an earthy note, not in a bad way. A slight, like a black tea. And then there's some kind of a leafy herbal something going on there. But then rounding out the whole thing is like a fruity sweetness. I don't know what kind of fruit that is, guys. I don't know if it's my palate and I'm just having a rough tasting day or what is going on, but these are just, I think more than likely, guys, these are just two ultra complex whiskeys that are going to take some time to open up, some time to develop. And I mean, honestly, I'm rushing this. This is for a review. These are whiskeys you can already tell that are meant to be savored, that are meant to be enjoyed at length. Shared with a friend, maybe have a cigar. There's like a leathery, almost pipe tobacco-y kind of note to this that I just absolutely adore on a whiskey. Yeah, a little bit of like a earthy graininess, but not like a off-putting maltiness. Like you can almost taste like the wheat grain is coming through, but it's not like an obtrusive graininess. It's like the grain is kind of like tickling your palate a little bit. It's not in your face. It's just there. It just kind of exists. But these are both really, really good. I'm excited to see how these open up in another week or so. But my gosh, are they really good. I want to go back to this old swagger. Yeah, this is just getting even sweeter. It's been in the glass for a couple minutes here, and it's already getting, yeah, much more caramel butterscotch richness on the nose. Definitely think this needed to open up, and I'm sure it's going to get even better. Yeah, much more like butterscotch syrup on the nose. Yeah, these are just, I'll have to let these open up and sit these down side by side and just see how they open up to give you guys a true, honest review. I got some tasting notes out there for you guys. I think these are easily worth the price of admission. If you live in a state where these are available, I highly, highly recommend you guys check them out, give them a go. You'll not be disappointed. These will make an excellent conversation piece on any table, any shelf, any whiskey collector or whiskey aficionado. These are a must-have in your collection. The product, the presentation, the bottle design. I mean, you're not going to find anything else like this on a shelf. You won't. This is, like a one-of-one type deal. I mean, obviously more than that, because I think there's about 1,500 of these old stubborn version 3s. And I don't know how many of the old swagger there are, but I imagine there's not a ton. And I mean, I don't know anybody who's putting out 12-year-old MGP that's bottled in bond. So, I mean, these are both very limited, very rare, very delicious. So if you guys have the opportunity to try these, I highly recommend doing so. If you get the chance to buy them, I would also recommend doing so. I think you'll really, really like it. I know pot distillation gets a little bit of a bad rap because it gives like a funkiness, and yeah, maybe a tiny bit of that funk comes through on this, but I personally believe that that's character, and I really enjoy when that comes through. I like this one a lot. I'd love to line it up next to the version 2 Old Stubborn and see which one I like more, but they're both exceptional in their own ways. But that's all for me, guys. Thank you for watching this review. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, hit that subscribe button, leave me a like, leave a comment down below. We got a lot of cool things coming up. The Patreon is going to be getting launched in the next month or so here. So some new projects, going to be taking 1 or 2 big swings this year. Going to want to start getting into some live streams as well too. Might have a special guest from a local distillery join us as well. But until then, guys, cheers.